So what I want to do here is now is that there are different service in that service pack. There are different services attached to the license. But now in this case, I want to disable some. That's the essence of this call, right? So I want to maybe so what should we do? Which one should we disable? Which one should we leave? So let's just, so I have, do we have Yama? Is Yama there?
Yama _ enterprise.
Okay, so I don't want to wound myself, So so now the essence is I want to disable some plans. So for example, let's disable let me see. Let me disable the one that's not going to affect me later on. So I will disable sway. We have sway, so let me disable sway. Even though I don't even know the work of that sway till now. Please, who knows the work of that sway? I don't know. I want to disable Microsoft Search. 1 second. So let's just say I just want to disable two things now. So let me just disable sway and okay, and let me say which one is very common there. Okay, let me just check from here first. Let me check the thing I have. So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So I want to disable sway.
Yes, we can.
Then let's say, yeah, I want to disable Yama Enterprise too. Do you have Yama Enterprise? Okay, good. So now at the end of this call, these two services should have been disabled automatically. So that's what I want to do now. So do you understand what we're doing? I'm trying to make reference to the GUI and what we're doing in PowerShell. So this is a service attached to the license Microsoft Teams Exploratory. So but I want in a way that people will not be able to use sway and they will not be able to use the Yama Enterprise. So that's what I want to do now. So this class is too quiet though, because there's no way I'm going to know if we have. I was expecting people to ask questions. Maybe I should be doing some intentional error by myself. So maybe I would troubleshoot together. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So now, who can explain what this next script is going to do? Who wants to explain? Come on. Yeah.
Let me try. Can you expand the PowerShell screen again?
Let me just.
Okay, so you are creating. Yes, thank you. You created a new variable called license options. So you are trying to assign. You are I think you are trying to pass on an output to the variable. So what you are trying to pass on to the variable is you are creating new Microsoft license options. So I think you are creating a new Microsoft license options, which is account SKUID. This, the value is this, blah blah blah. Then you are disabling some plans. Sway, that is some license services. Sway, Yama Enterprise. So this new license option now will have Sway, Yama Enterprise disabled. So you are going to assign it to this variable we are called the license option. So probably after you've done that, you can now this license option to a user. So that user will now have a license which has Sway and Yama Enterprise disabled.
Thank you, my friend. Do you think this script is
Hello.
correct?
Hello,
I
Martin.
don't, I don't know until we
Yes.
run it now.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Speak
Yeah.
on.
Okay, good morning.
morning.
I think all that script does is just disables two services, which is Yama and then Sway, and moves them to a group of disabled services. I think that's my understanding of that script. It disables it on the tenants completely.
Thank you. Thank you. So, but looking at, you guys are correct. I agree with you guys, right? But looking at the script I put down there, in a reference to some variables that in reference to some services that we've called out using our PowerShell, is that correct? This script is correct.
I'm looking at that account SKU ID, that 365 talk.
Okay, what ought to be?
I'm not sure. Is it part of the account SKU IDs?
Okay, let me go up. Let's see.
So according to this one that you specify the account SKU ID, it is not available here.
So thank you. I can see intentionally I put it there, right? You see, so the logic here is this is the account SKU we are dealing with, right? And that is what it ought to be here. So I think I'll be making some intentional mistakes now so that we can all be together. So you can see. So in this case, I'm just referring to the account SKU ID, because if you get account SKU ID, there's no place you see 3 talk. We only have IMA full column team separatory, Power Apps, Viral, and the likes. So now the both colleagues that spoke, they are correct. So let's move to the next. Yeah. So I've been able to pass my query into the variable called li. So as I said, in this kind of organizations, in this kind of dynamic thing that we're doing, we make use of a lot of variables, and you have to understand what each variable means. So the next thing now is I'll be needing my account SKU ID too. So I'm going to pass another variable now. Let's get my account SKU ID. So I'll be needing. So what I'm doing here again is, I'm passing the SKU ID into SKU ID variable. So you see why I need all these things. So that why I'm doing all these things, that if I'm going to run my script, I'll just go, instead of me typing all these long scripts, what will I be doing? What will I be calling? Hello. Am I still here?
You call your variable.
Yeah, thank you. And that's the work of variable most times. So the next thing is that I'll need to pass my usage location, into variables too. So that what that means is that I don't need to put usage location in my I don't need to put it in my Excel sheet. So I pass the user location too. So now the next thing again now is that my script, what my script is going to involve. Now all I'm doing now is that it's simple. I'm setting this license for users, right? And I'm removing some, I want to remove some services. So for example, let me share my screen so you can see the Excel I derive. The script I've done so far I've passed my variables. I passed some services into variables. Services like account SKUID, and what was it? And usage location.
Use location.
In my Excel sheet, do I still need them? No. This is another way. Like if I don't pass them into those variables, right? You see the script I'm going to use now. If I don't pass them into those variables, right, I need them because I still need to specify. So, but in this case, I don't want to waste my time so all I just need is the user principal name, right? So let me just save this. This is another way of doing things. You can see that in the last class that we had, we were populating both the usage location, we're populating both the SKUID, but now I don't want to use that. I want to use another means to customize my my script. Now, so let's see how the script looks like and what we're going to be doing now. This is my script here, right?
Yes.
So what is your understanding about this script? Does it make sense? Is it correct? Now, can you make reference to the variables that I passed the other time? Do you think it's going to work out?
Okay.
Any answer is correct.
Yeah, we are trying to assign a license to a user, set MSO license user. Then user principal name, blah blah. Then you specify
There's
the
no blah 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 there.
Okay. User principal name. Then there is a variable that is holding the user principal name. So user location, user principal name, import. Okay. So the user principal name is in your CSV file from the recent codes.
So I'm fetching it from my CSV file, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then add licenses, the account SKUID, and the license options, the variable that you declared before, where you disabled them 2 services. I think that's what you're trying to do.
You could climb the mountain top, 'cause nothing is too small, and nothing is too big. We are mayor, oh, we are mayor, we are mayor, oh, we are mayor, yeah. What miles